What is the return on investment for the money your business wants to spend on a cybersecurity project? The return on investment in implementing a portfolio of cyber initiatives takes into account cyber risk after project portfolio minus cyber risk before project portfolio and the cost of implementing cyber project portfolio. Vulnerabilities are estimated from the current control environment. Control mapping to attack vector uses a control framework such as NIST Cybersecurity Framework or the ISO 27000 series, tying back to maturity and compliance. Data is used to determine the impact of a cyber event for the business core competencies. Risks are inevitable. To minimize risk, we optimize the reduction of vulnerabilities and the reduction of impact related to risk. An absolute gem is the NIST SP 800-53, assessing security and privacy controls in information systems and organizations. Strategically developing security and privacy assessment plans will provide the objectives for the security and privacy control assessments, as well as a detailed roadmap of how to conduct assessments based on the security and privacy plans. This involves controls and control enhancements to be included in the assessments. Assessment procedures are selected and tailored to your business and industry requirements. Assessment procedures are optimized to reduce duplication of effort. Sequencing and consolidating assessment procedures. Assessment plan is finalized and organizational approval is obtained, ultimately providing cost-effective assessment solutions. Has your IT department identified an optimal portfolio of cybersecurity initiatives with an objective? In an effort to organize assessment procedures to maximize efficiency, assessors do have the flexibility to organize assessment plans to meet the needs of your business. The assessments should provide the best opportunity to obtain evidence for determining security and privacy control effectiveness while reducing overall cost. Flexibility options are available when combining and consolidating assessment procedures. To save time, reduce assessment cost, and maximize the usefulness of assessment results, assessors review the selected assessment procedures for the control families. Assessors may consolidate interviews with key organizational officials who deal with a variety of security or privacy related topics. Assessors may have other opportunities for significant consolidation and cost savings by examining all policies and procedures from the families of security controls and privacy controls. At the same time, or by organizing groups of related policies and procedures that could be examined as how will you maximize the cyber maturity target state and decrease the cost of cyber risk. Optimizing the assessment process is the sequence in which the controls are assessed. Assessment objectives for system monitoring are set to optimize network traffic analysis. System monitoring allows visibility into network traffic at external system interfaces and is provided to optimize the effectiveness of monitoring devices, and visibility into network traffic at key internal system interfaces for the same benefits. Cybersecurity risk management is the practice of identifying, prioritizing, managing, and monitoring information systems for risk. Companies may use many cyber risk management methodologies, including the NIST Cybersecurity Framework and the NIST Risk Management Framework. While these methods are slightly different, they follow similar core steps. Risk framing. To frame risk, companies define things like the scope of the process, asset inventory and prioritization, organizational resources and priorities, legal and regulatory requirements. Risk assessment. Most assessments evaluate threats, vulnerabilities, impacts, and risk. Responding to risk. Your business will have the option for risk mitigation, risk remediation, or risk transfer. Risk monitoring. Monitoring new security controls helps verify that they work as intended and satisfy relevant regulatory requirements for the business. Effective governance is key in optimizing cybersecurity risk management. Having awareness of all of the data and assets within your organization and the best ways to protect them are all key to working with governance and GRC in your environment. NIST SP 800-39, Managing Information Security Risk, emphasizes governance as the set of responsibilities and practices exercised by those responsible for an organization, to include the board of directors and executive management in a corporation, the head of a federal agency. The express goal of providing strategic direction, ensuring that organizational mission and business objectives are achieved, ascertaining that risks are managed appropriately, and verifying that the organization's resources are used responsibly. Risk and resources can be associated with different organizational sectors in legal, finance, information technology, regulatory compliance, and information security. Different sectors require specialized expertise in order to manage the risk associated with that sector. Thus, governance within organizations frequently is organized by sector. The 5 outcomes of governance related to organization-wide risk management are strategic alignment of risk management decisions with missions and business functions consistent with organizational goals and objectives, execution of risk management processes to frame, assess, respond to, and monitor risk to organizational operations and assets, individuals, other organizations, and the nation, effective and efficient allocation of risk management resources, performance-based outcomes by measuring, monitoring, and reporting risk management metrics to ensure that organizational goals and objectives are achieved, and delivered value by optimizing risk management investments in support of organizational objectives. In cybersecurity, working in coordination with security architecture is very beneficial. Having conversations about the type of technologies that are present on the network and the security tools available to integrate with these technologies is vital to the organization. The reduction of duplication of security tools by knowing what's already been purchased and available to your team will reduce the cost of implementing duplicate or like technologies for your environment. Understanding if you have a email security solution available for one of your departments is helpful in sharing that information with other members of your team so they have an understanding of what they may put in place without having to go out and spend additional money to protect your network. Enterprise architecture is a management practice employed by organizations to maximize the effectiveness of mission and business processes and information resources in helping to achieve mission and business success. Enterprise architecture establishes a clear and unambiguous connection from investments and information security investment to measurable performance improvements for the organization. Enterprise architecture also provides an opportunity to standardize, consolidate, and optimize information technology assets. These activities ultimately produce information systems that are more transparent and therefore easier to understand and protect. In addition to establishing a roadmap for more efficient and cost-effective usage of information technology throughout organizations, enterprise architecture provides a common language for discussing risk management issues related to missions, business processes, and performance goals, enables better coordination and integration of efforts and investments across organizational and business activity boundaries. A well-designed enterprise architecture implemented organization-wide promotes more efficient, cost-effective, consistent, and interoperable information security capabilities, helps organizations better protect missions and business functions, and ultimately more effectively manage risk. The use of enterprise architecture can greatly enhance an organization's risk posture by providing greater transparency and clarity in design and development activities, enabling a more consistent application of the principle of wise use of technologies across the organization, optimizing the trade-offs between value gained from and the risk being incurred through the information systems supporting organizational missions and business functions. Risk management in cybersecurity is the practice of identifying and minimizing potential risks to networked systems, data, and users. Though the question has to be asked, what are the benefits of risk management? An effective risk management strategy can enable benefits like reduce risk of data breaches, system outages, and other security incidents, fortified security of data and systems, and protected reputation. There are multiple types of risk management solutions available on the market. Security risk management advisory, security risk assessments, threat management solutions, vulnerability management solutions, monitoring tools, and an incident response plan. These best practices include building a risk management culture, implementing a framework, developing a risk management process, distributing responsibilities, prioritizing cybersecurity risk, developing a response plan, training employees, watching your threat environment, prioritizing speed, and sharing information.